Do I look cute? I look good? Oh, let me get myself in the frame. Do I need to adjust the camera angle a little bit? There we go. Now I'm in the frame. Hi everybody, it's Megan, aka Calm the Front Door. The video that's about to begin. The video that I put together is sort of like a draw me in my sketchbook. Was originally going to be part of my June vlog that I am about 75% done editing in September. And this part was just so long, and the vlog was becoming pretty long, and I still hadn't even uploaded all the footage. So I'll still have a few clips in there, but I figured I'd just make this its own sort of sketch draw with me, video. So again, I drew it in June because I wanted to practice more details in outfit and costumes and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and play the. You want to say hello? This video is adequately approved by Boomer. Thank you. So let me go ahead and, you wanna be free? Okay. Bye-bye! Anyways, let me turn it over to voiceover Megan, and you can listen to her ramble on instead of me doing it now. So here's this cute little sketch. Here it goes. Hi again, everybody. It's voiceover Megan here. So here I am. I, for some reason, took a lot of video of me just erasing the original pencil lines because like I briefly said in the introduction, I wanted to try to focus on details in costuming and sort of outfits and sort of layers to give clothes more depth. So I did a first pass of line art to get the shapes and basic features down, and then I went in more with the micron to add more detail. So that's what you're gonna see on camera here. So here I am erasing. I was just chilling, watching a secret sleepover society stream. Like I said, this was originally part of the June vlog, and I originally left in some funny tidbits, but I think I'll just save those for the June vlog, and here you just get me. So I was also, besides working on details, I started working on clothing ideation, because around the time I was sort of feeling like I was defaulting to just certain things, so I just wanted to experiment with possibly, different textures and mixtures of stuff. I was thinking of coloring it digitally. I haven't done that yet as of September. I was also inspired by certain artists. I see that the detail is not on the color rendering, but in the line art. The line art does most of the rendering for them, and then any color is just to make the line art pop and give more context to what the line art represents. So I wanted to try with that as well, but I just haven't colored it. I sort of struggled focusing on this one, and also just doing accurate lines. I don't know if anyone else ever feels this way, but instead of sort of sitting back and pausing and evaluating where a line should go, I sort of just go because I feel like I should be faster. The pauses you see here are not me contemplating the drawing, they are me getting distracted by the stream and like looking up to watch for a second. So it may look like I'm being thoughtful, but I am not. I'm getting distracted. I think this also showed me that I need to work more on sort of the drape of clothing and how to best represent that with line shape, if that makes sense. And sort of how to where to place lines to signify what the drape would be. It makes sense to me, but I don't know if I'm actually making sense. I sort of like the piece, and I sort of don't. Like I'm very, I don't know, I feel neutral about it. Like that's why I haven't colored it yet. I'm not particularly, I don't know, like passionate about it. Like I think it's pretty. And I think if I colored it in, it would be pretty, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm just sort of neutral on it. Like it was a good exercise, but I'm not too like excited about it. It's mostly just in here because I already like filmed it just because I wanted to film me doing some art. But I'm not actually, like I said, I'm not actually a huge fan of this piece. And like I said before, it showed that I need to work on how to drape cloth. But I also need to work on, showed me that I need to work on how to construct like a functional garment, like those billowy things that come from behind her and connect to her hands and possibly the bow and the back. They're just very unclear, which could work for some things, but I want to make it make sense, and it just didn't make sense. I sort of regretted putting those in there. But you know, that's what sketchbooks are for. I experimented, I tried something, and I wouldn't call it a failure. I think I did a good job. I think I definitely developed some things, especially later when I do on this character's hair. But yeah, I learned a bunch. I spoke too quickly, and I've already gone through my talking points, so whoops. I guess I'll have to space them out in the final audio edit, which there's a new voiceover I'm doing on my brand new headphones, which is super exciting. In my first video, I did a bit of voiceover with my wireless JBL headphones. And at first I thought it'd be fine, but then I was editing. I was like, wow, this is actually awful. And it wasn't just that motivated me to get them. I play D&D on a Discord server, and whenever we go to do a voice chat or video chat for our D&D sessions, my headphones always act up like immediately. Like the moment I log in the call, my headphones would start acting up. And some of it is sometimes Discord, but I did discover that it seemed like it was my headphones. Something about like the Bluetooth connection and like staying with Discord, it would just turn everyone's voices robotic, and then I'd have to like restart my headphones or just go without my headphones and use my computer audio, but it doesn't pick up my voice very well, so sometimes they miss what I say. And it's just been getting so frustrating, because sometimes when I do it on the computer audio, if say like my AC is on and I'm in my kitchen, I can't hear what other people are saying, so then I have to move. It's just been very annoying. So I sort of knocked out two birds with one stone, and I got the Rocat Elio 7. I got the USB version because it was cheaper. But thankfully, it came in a braided cable that is more resistant to my cats chewing on it, so that was great. So far, sound has been good, but this is the first time I'm recording audio on it. So far in my quick little test before I started this voiceover, it sounded very good, and I'm very excited. And when I announced that A, my headphones are on the way, and B, that I received my headphones, my D&D crew was way more excited than I thought they'd be. Like, I didn't think that, like, my headphones were that much of a concern to everybody. But I got at least, like, 1 or 2, like, oh, finallys. And now that I've upgraded, I can see why. So it'll be nice to hear and be heard without so much interruption. So yeah, it's been fun. Here I am. In some parts I sped it up because looking at it in real time, I had it at a sort of now I realize it's like not that great of an angle. It's like a good angle, but it could be better. I sort of had it like on my sketchbook because I couldn't really find like a good camera angle. I think this may have been before I caved and bought a tripod. Because I did eventually buy a tripod. Oh, here I am taking a little snacky break. Treating myself to some Welch's fruit snacks while I watch the stream. And what was I saying? Oh no, I forgot what I was saying. I thought it would take me way longer to get through my talking points. Now I'm just saying stuff. So yeah, I sped it up because in real time it didn't look like I was really doing anything, but sped up you could actually like see that I am like things are happening and things are changing within the illustration. But since I'm not putting it in the June vlog, I didn't speed it up as much as I would have if it was included, so I did slow it down a bit. Just in case anyone wants to see more of the real-time stuff, so there is sort of like a mix of real-time and sped up footage in here just to give some, variety, and so it's not like too long, but it's not too short, if that makes sense. So here I am doing some ruffles on the dress. The reason the sort of line art might look weird there, if you couldn't tell, I was also sort of thinking of some like royal fancy, semi avant-garde-ish thing, like some like fantasy gowns. So the bottom skirt parts that's all ruffly and layered, that part I planned to be sheer. So you can sort of see her boots and the sort of, I think it did sort of like ties around her thighs. How that rhymed. And it's tied off there. So that's why the line art itself might look a little weird there, but that is intentional. I can assure you that I did want that fabric to be sheared for those boots to be seen through that fabric. Because like I said, I wanted to experiment with clothing of like different textures and sort of adding some different things together. Like that, I wanted to be very flowy, but I think I messed up the shapes from the beginning. I should have not included them or just done a variation. I originally had something sort of coming down from her shoulders and then sort of flowing out underneath her arms, but I think in the original line art, if I remember correctly, I forgot to do the thing on the shoulders and I didn't want it to be sheer, so I just sort of twisted it, and then I just wish I just made it sheer. This I sort of tried to do like a fur texture. I don't like how I did it. I did a few dots and then I was immediately like, oh no, committed myself to this. So I was trying to do sort of like a speckled fur look, if fur could be speckled. Not like it looks here, it sort of looks Dalmatian-y, but that's not what I was going for at all. I was going for something much more subtle, and I had to do this thing where I like forget to look up reference, and I just sort of go with it, and then I'm like 2 minutes in, I'm like, oh no, I've committed to this path, and I should have looked up reference, but now I'm here and we're doing it. So yeah, that's what happened here. I don't really like that part. Maybe that's why I'm not as excited about this piece, because this one part just makes it look strange. But the dots are, making the dots is still sort of fun. It still sort of looks like fur, I guess. And then I was gonna, if I colored it digitally, I was gonna do more subtle textures on the cloth and on the cloth and the rest of the skirt. Things that I thought that the micron would make stand out too much. And then I haven't colored it digitally. Maybe someday I will. But I haven't. Here I move on to the hair, which was a process I really enjoyed, and I really like how the hair came out in this one. I really like how like the top half came out. Like I like how like the hands up and sort of including that little bit of bow. I really like how it came out. I do like how the ruffles at the bottom came out too. It's just, if I could cut out, like if we were to split this illustration in thirds, like the middle piece, if I could swap that out, I would love it. It's just that middle bit that I ended up being really unhappy with. But here's our hair. You sort of see the face and jewelry details more in depth, and the sort of embellishments I added to her shoulder. She is sort of a like neck ruffle situation that sort of provides like a fun boob window, for lack of a better term. But like I said, I was going for like somewhere between realistic and fantasy. So I wasn't going for like accurate historical clothing, but like fantastical historical clothing, if that makes any sense at all. And I think I achieved it. Like I said, I really like how the top half came out. I really like what I did there. I just don't like what I did with those flowy things on the side and the bottom of the top skirt. So maybe, I don't know, I might rework that part digitally. But then I'm not a fan of doing line art digitally. And then I have a hard time matching it to the like traditional line art. So I don't know. It's scanned. It's on my computer, but we'll see if I ever get to it one day. Just for now. There's only a minute or so left, so for now I'll leave you to enjoy just me rendering this pretty hair. Enjoy. Holmes, you left all this. Holmes, you left all this fur in my nose. Why do you shed so much, baby? He's not even listening. He's gone. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and the art. If you want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe, comment if you want to, or if you're feeling up to it. You can also find me on Instagram at CalmTheFrontDoor as well. I didn't post the art there, but I should have, and I should probably do that now before I put this video up. But yeah, that is it for today. If you stayed through to the end, I thank you for watching, and I love you all, and goodbye!